Just 125 is what South Africa needed to win this second T20. I say just because their target in the previous game was 202, so they'd be happy with this one. But they seem to be making heavy weather of the chase because at the halfway stage, they are 57, but they have lost 3 wickets. The 3 wickets they've lost are the top 3, the 2 openers, Rickleton and Heinrich, and then the captain, Markram. But yeah, they've got a fair bit of batting to come. Have sent Marco Jansen as a floater at 5. So Klaasen and David Miller still to come. And there, of course, Tristan Stubbs and Marco Jansen at the crease. This is Cricbuzz Comm Box. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, Zaheer Khan. A little surprised with this Marco Jansen move?
Well, I think looking at the total which they're chasing, they want Klaasen and Miller maybe to finish the game for them.
Yeah.
So last 6 overs, 7 overs is something they have in mind. India have done well. If you look at the halfway mark, you would have wanted India to be in this kind of a situation.
Yeah,
you know, where
for
still pressure can be applied from here on, and another 1 or 2 wickets is suddenly going to put South African batters in that doubt which we were talking about in the mid show. So I think from that point of view, taking wickets and not giving away runs. If you compare 2 teams, they're 5 runs behind than India, which is a great positive at this stage. Yeah, 1 wicket less, but I think in this stage, if the pressure gets to South Africa, if they soak in more dot balls in this phase of next maybe 3 to 4 overs, that's what India would want them to do and build that required rate to 8+.
Yeah.
I think that is something which will make this
now.
really make this game interesting.
Yes, I mean, you look at this batting effort and somehow you think, has South Africa just boxed themselves into a bit of a corner? Like they're making this 124, yes, good bowling of course, but are they batters making this 124 seem further than it actually should be?
Look, in this kind of total, you know, that strike rotation becomes so crucial.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that it's a T20 format, but when you're chasing 124, which is just run a ball, you didn't have the kind of power play which they would have liked.
Yeah, 34.
So it was just a perfect power play. That's what we were talking about. Like what are the things which has to go India's way for them to make the game out of it? The power play was crucial. They needed to take wickets. They've achieved both.
Yeah.
So South Africa have got themselves in this tough situation right now, which is not very tough situation, but they have to make sure now that this partnership is building and not let it slip too much out of their hand.
It's happened again. I tell you, it's contagious sitting with Zaheer Khan because, as you know, he would get breakthroughs all the time. And now when I'm sitting with him, Cricbuzz Comm Box is getting a wicket every time because there was a wicket in the first Comm Box in the first innings. And now there's a wicket again. It's Marco Jansen, the floater, who floated in and has floated out without too much damage, which means that now Klaasen will come to the crease. It'll be interesting to see his response. But Varun Chakravarthy's picked up his 3rd wicket now. It's Chucky. Chucky is the clown in the horror film. It's like he's a horror film again for South Africa.
He's showing great form.
Yeah.
You know, right from the word go, even today came to close the power play, got the wicket again. So that is something which is very important aspect right now, you know, of India's bowling. That middle overs, the spinners contributing, and Varun Chakravarthy is leading charge with that.
Yeah, I have to say that he has been troubling the South Africa batters. Did that in the first game, has done that in the second game. It looks like they just can't read him. They just can't read him. He's a book in a different language for them because they can't read him at all.
And he has been in good form. You know, so that has certainly helped. Has made his comeback into the Indian side, which after about a couple of years, maybe he was not getting those
World
chances.
Cup, post the Australia World Cup, you didn't really. Post the UAE World Cup,
correct.
He wasn't in the Australia World Cup. Yeah.
So it's good for him in his personal milestones that, you know, he's made his comeback and making it count. You know, that's what is very important right now, that if you get the opportunity after a break, it might be your last one, you know, so you have to make it count. And then Varun Chakravarthy has not disappointed himself.
Yeah, he's picked up his 3rd wicket today and he's the one to watch out for. Let's see how many overs he has left. Well, he has just the 1 over left. So his 3 overs have yielded 3 wickets and given him only 16 runs. So, you know, with the experience of Klaasen there, he's going to say, all right, bring Chucky on. I'm just going to play him out. So you might just see maiden over or a 1-run or a 2-run over coming from there. Where are the other wickets coming? Because that's it. With 124 by the Indian batters, the bowlers know that wickets is the only way that you can get this done. Who are you as captain looking at now to get you the next breakthrough?
Well, I think everyone will have to contribute. Aksar right now is bowling, so Surya will continue with him. Ravi Bishnoi maybe will come back for an over or two. And then he will go back to finishing the game with Arshdeep and Avesh Khan. Maybe 1 over of Hardik. So that's what must be thinking going on in that captain's head right now. You know, he will have all those calls to make. But on the whole, this is game on. There's no doubt about that. You know, from here, another 1 wicket, and suddenly the pressure is going to be on, and that pressure might bring in 1 more wicket. So the game is definitely in a good state right now, and going to definitely make an interesting viewing.
What is it, 50-50? What do you say? Still advantage India, though. Or still advantage South Africa.
Yeah, it's advantage South Africa.
With the total being so low.
Yeah, unless they make a mess of it. So that's where it's heading. So I would say 50-50, which is a great situation right now for India.
Yeah. You notice how the words still advantage India came out of my mouth, but that's what happens when you win 11 in a row. You just get so used to saying advantage India. But today, it's good to see the fight back from South Africa. Yes, they've got the Indian bowlers and the Indian team with their backs to the wall, and would be great to see if they can punch their way out of this. Meanwhile, just remember, there is a David Miller still sitting in the hut, and with his experience, South Africa will feel shortchanged if he doesn't get them over the line. Even if it comes to him, I think that he just has enough awareness, enough experience to guide them over the line. So they've got something there. That's the reason why we say advantage South Africa. Till there's Klaasen and Miller, this game is still firmly in South Africa's quadrant. Okay, we're going to see you at the end of this game with Cricbuzz Live. So do join us then. All we have for you on the Comm Box for now. Thanks for watching.